Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
You know, one of the great things about Robot Wars is that every year a robot comes along that sets a whole new standard of carnage. Like, who remembers Cassius, the first robot to self-right itself? Or what about Chaos 2, or Hypnodisc, or Razor? Well, who knows? We may see the next breed of robot here today. So, are we ready to push back the boundaries of brutality? Then let's do it. Jonathan, who is ready to rumble?
Thanks, Craig. It's a lineup from Robo Hell tonight, and if this crowd has an appetite for the destructive, they're going to go home with very full bellies indeed. Let's see how they line up in round one. Well, we've got experience and resilience in Firestorm, charisma and Chromalot, Reactor back again, ingenuity in the Gemini, twin cluster button thrown in there with them, the colourful and creative newcomers like Bee-Capitator, Rohog, Bot out of Hell, and Rough Dougal.
Back to the war zone, and some of our favourite robotic stars from the Fourth Wars are here, and some robot rookies. Now the titanium's trembling, the welding's wobbling, and here's why. Returning to make my life hell and no doubt cause complete chaos in the pits are the Chromalot boys. Steve Merrill is back, and this year he's brought a friend. Ray Tate has joined the team and seems to have got his hands on the robot because it actually works. Always great fun, and now with the chance of actually winning a fight, they might prove worthy of their self-appointed knighthood. But the two to really watch for tonight have to be the awesome Firestorm, ranked 7, and Gemini, ranked 18. In the last wars, Firestorm reached the semi-finals, but fell foul of Dominator 2's axe. They say this is their year. We shall see. The wonderful Gemini is the only clusterbot we've seen on Robot Wars with 2 flippers. It's double the trouble and leaves its opponents in a spin or out of the arena. But remember this, if one half of Gemini is immobilised, the whole robot is deemed immobilised and they're out. So it's all about teamwork for those two. Now Firestorm is up first, so Craig, turn up the heat.
It's time to get it on! So, let the wars begin!
From Barnsley in Yorkshire, Bee-Capitator.
A big black and orange bee on a wedge base with a rotating drill weapon, 750 watt, 24 volt power, but at only 71 kilos, it's the lightest in the heat and could be badly stung.
From Durham, Firestorm 3.
Has fought in 3 previous UK championships, reaching the grand final once. Good enough to enter the World Championship. Solid, a flipping arm, primary and secondary motors. The primary aim here to avoid being Bee-Capitated.
Roboteers, stand by.
Firestorm team, Graham Bone, Alex Mordew, Hazel Heslop, and in the Bee-Capitator box, John Nicholson, Martin Courtney and Gavin Barker. In the arena for the House Robots, Matilda's Flywheel and Tusks. And the awesome invincibility of Chromalot.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So this, the first of our 4 Eliminator battles tonight. Firestorm would start as the favourite because of its experience, but look for the sting there on the front of Bee-Capitator. Firestorm already in underneath though, and that would be the danger for the buzzing bee. A full 1 centimetre ground clearance means that any wedge-shaped machine can come in now, like Firestorm is with another slap. Oh, look at the damage though caused to Firestorm. Went on the attack, look at the buckled flipper. They attacked Bee-Capitator. I think it was Matilda that caused the damage, and it was. I know the bee flew, but then the flywheel caught Firestorm. Too late to save Bee-Capitator, counted out by the red bot, didn't have a 3-man, couldn't right itself. But what damage now lingers for Firestorm for later on in the competition. Bee-Capitator really looked to me to have too high a ground clearance when pitted against a wedge-shaped machine like Firestorm. The end is nigh. Didn't really cause a high wave of activity in there, did it? Bee-Capitator. And the pollen count from the crowd is to count it out. Over the flame pit, the fur's on fire. Sir Chromalot twirls the bee and dumps it. But up in those control pods and everywhere else in the arena and in the pits, we'll be thinking about that damage to Firestorm. Top of your picture there. Beautiful. We love to see damage like that. Matilda does, and Chromalot does. Oh dear. Well, it was a worker bee. It wasn't tremendously industrious, and if it was a queen bee, he's been well and truly dethroned. Goodbye.
Cease.
Bee-Capitator on fire, totally mangled. The winner is Firestorm! Well, guys, you've had a third place, you've had a semi-final, you're seeded 7. We've got high hopes for you.
Well, hopefully, yeah. We've got a problem there with the arm, but hopefully we'll have time to fix that before the next fight.
Talk me through that, because, you know, you were throwing Bee-Capitator everywhere, and it looked like you bumped into Matilda, and now she's got that sort of vertical flywheel. She's dangerous, isn't she?
Not very nice, no.
And she's taken your sort of lifting arm apart a bit, hasn't she?
Yes, there's a little bit of welding to do on that.
Do you think you can go all the way?
Hopefully we'll fix the arm. We should do quite well.
Well, get down there and get it repaired.
Will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Firestorm!
Bee-Capitator buzzing off. Firestorm 3 through. Sir Chromalot and Rohog up next.
From Didcot in Oxfordshire, Rohog.
Wedge-like with a fiberglass shell, bit like a mauve beetle, only 8 miles an hour top speeds, though, a retractable fork which can lift 60 kilos. Beep, beep, the Rohog's coming.
From South Ockenden in Essex, Sir Chromalot.
The great stylists fighting in their third wars, never beyond the heat. A gas-powered flipper and drill, CO2-powered, in fact. The body comes from a truck wheel hub. They're very much the crowd favourites.
Roboteers, stand by.
Their catchphrase is, we're in a class of our own. Steve Merrill and Ray Tate, they look it, and they're David Smith and Andy Burgess for Rohog. Matilda in the arena again. Watch for that flywheel. We've already seen its destructibility. And Sir Chromalot, we know all about him. A gruesome past.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Sir Chromalot, all gleam and sparkle again. Look at that! Something's fallen off it right from the start. They talk a good fight, Sir Chromalot. What on earth fell off there? What have they used here? Sticky back plastic to put their machine together? Rohog, meanwhile, has slammed into the arena sideboard and has pinned itself in there. What is going on out there, Refbot? Have a look, have a word. And Rohog counted out straight away, and now Sir Chromalot can come in on the attack. Rohog steaming, smoking, no control, no style, tattered from the rear. In comes Chromalot again. The lifting fork trying to prize Rohog out of the arena. David Smith, the robot driver, Andy Burgess, the weapons operator. Well, what was happening with your machine? And there goes Matilda with the flywheel. And the fiberglass shell of Rohog ripped apart there. Look. No wonder Steve Merrill and Ray Tate look delighted in their box. They've had an easy victory. Oh, dear. And the hog has been skewered. Onto the floor flipper for Rohog. And the only rage from the Rohog was its own temper because of its own frailties and its own weaknesses. The shell is ripped away. Well, they say don't crush a beetle. It looks a little bit like a beetle. If you crush a beetle, it'll rain and rain and rain. In Robot Wars, we're going to have a downpour for centuries then. We don't mind. But I tell you what I think is happening out there. The robots, the house robots, do mind the fact that Rohog was immobilised so soon, and therefore they've been punishing in their attacks on that machine. You can't bring in a feeble robot, not a Robot Wars, and expect to get away with it.
Well. Rohog absolutely annihilated. The winner, Sir Chromalot! My memory is a bit bad. Is that the first fight you've ever won?
Craig, excuse me, we have been here quite a few times and we've been successful as well. We've got a nice flipper on top now and you can see it done some damage.
Exactly.
Great
I
stuff.
mean, you've improved the robot immensely.
Yep.
I mean, normally it's cannon fodder, but now it looks like it could go all the way.
Excuse me, we have got the crowd out here today supporting Sir Chromalot. We're not cannon fodder. Listen to that.
Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ballistic. This is Sir Chromalot!
So our knight in shining armour, Sir Chromalot, battles through. Rohog out. Next, it's Bot out of Hell against Reactor 2.
From Bursall, Leicestershire, Reactor 2.
A teardrop-shaped wedge design, 2 drive wheels with Ben-Hur type spikes, a front flipper with teeth to chomp, a rear axe too, but will the Reactor face a meltdown here?
From East Wennis in Fife, Bot out of Hell.
Looks bizarre, has a big nasty spinning disc at the front. The main motor is 20 horsepower, it's quick at 20 miles an hour, but it does look vulnerable, has a very high ground clearance too.
Roboteers, stand by.
A curious look at Bot out of Hell for Martin Sloss, wife Leslie, and 10-year-old son Daniel there. And in the Reactor 2 box, Russell Orton, son Daniel, and friend Martin Crouch. And in the arena for the house robots for the first time in this heat, Shunt with the axe and the scoop. And also Sergeant Bash for the first time in the heat with the flamethrower, the pincers, the long-range weapon.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
What sort of imagination could dream up a machine looking like Bot out of Hell? A demonic Hell's Angel, but quick, nimble. Looks like an old cine projector as it rotates and comes in on the attack to Reactor 2. Bashes and bumps and hurdles. Reactor 2 looks more dependable, looks sturdier, certainly. Only 8 mile an hour top speeds for the Reactor. He's riding a mean machine out there, isn't he? The devilish rider of Bot out of Hell, turned on its side though. And we said right at the start, the ground clearance, get a flipper in underneath there, you're always going to be in trouble. And have they got a 3-mech design to right themselves? They have a denim jacket. They may look mean and moody, but magnificent. They ain't. And Reactor 2, along with the crowd, anticipating a victory any second now. Bot, back to hell from whence you came. The Reactor is moving forward with speed.
Well, Bot out of Hell goes into total meltdown. The winner, the victors, Reactor 2! Well, easy enough.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Might have been a different story if their weapon had been working.
Was their weapon not working?
Unfortunately, no. We struck
on earlier,
yeah.
and they couldn't get the motor started, and we tried helping them get started and everything. And we had it running outside in the test area.
Yeah, in the pits it was working, but it wasn't working in the arena.
Yeah. Started it up outside, they did, and revved out. It's a shame because it's a really good machine, and it had done us a lot of damage if it had got us.
But if it works in the pits and it doesn't work in the war zone, it doesn't count, does it?
That's true, that is true.
So you feel a bit lucky then?
Yeah, we feel lucky.
That's definitely lucky.
We're quite happy about it. There's a bit of skill in there, I suppose, somewhere.
How far do you think you're going to go?
We'll do our best. We'll go as far as we can go.
Guys, let's hear it for them. Reactor 2! Well done.
They failed to gel, bot out of hell. They're out. Reactor 2 go through. Next up, Gemini and Rough Dougal.
From St Leonards-on-Sea, East Sussex, Gemini.
The original cluster bot. Brilliant design, won the Pinball Warrior event in the last series, but in battle the flippers haven't caused enough damage, and with the 100-kilo split into the two machines, could again be too lightweight, I fear.
From Shrivenham in Oxfordshire, Rough Dougal.
A dog with a vicious tongue, internal flywheel to stabilise the robot and drive the weapon, made entirely from scrap, old radiators, school desks, bits of cars and computers. The head is a crash helmet.
Roboteers, stand by.
Gemini team, Shane Howard, Daryl Howard and Brian Fountain and Rough Dougal, Peter Sturgis, Martin Sturgis. Matilda's in there again. The flywheel is very dangerous and underrated. But of course, Sir Chromalot. No one would dare underrate that killing machine.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So Gemini can split from the start, but if you immobilise one of those cluster bots, you put the whole thing out of the picture. So will Rough Dougal concentrate on one machine, go for both, or simply concentrate on survival? Rough Dougal is exposed. There underneath you can see the very mechanics. You can see the internal flywheel designed to stabilise the robot. It's made out of scrap, and from the evidence of the opening seconds, it's heading back to the scrapyard and not to a safe kennel. Sir Chromalot is waiting also to take Rough Dougal for a walk to doom. Gemini nagging and worrying. They look like two little fleas in the dog fur out there. That's brilliant! Here, one then! Well, look at this, Steve Benton. And off came the ears. Oh dear, that looks most sad, doesn't it? Superb stuff for the Dougal boys. The brothers, Peter and Martin Sturgis, in all sorts of trouble. Gemini, well, one of the cluster bots has almost disappeared, and underneath there, look at that. The side skirts, they call it, on a dog like Dougal. You know your dog shows, the skirts are being ripped away. Oh dear, the tail's still in there, just about waggling. It's vibrating out there, it's not moving very fast. I think it may well have just nudged the pit release. Certainly it has now. Oh dear, the fur is flying. It's a dog's life, isn't it, Dougal? And the Sturgis boys have already given up hope. Well, whatever they use to make that exterior to Rough Dougal, it wasn't strong enough. They're turned on their side, and he doesn't want a tummy tickle, this doggy. I think it just wants someone in there to save it and take it to a nice warm home and basket by the fire somewhere. Well, Sir Chromalot will oblige. Out you go. The end of Rough Dougal. That was great fun. Magnificent.
Well, Rough Dougal, not so magic in a roundabout way. The winner, the cluster bot of Gemini! Well. How you doing? You all right? Come on, stand here. Good to see you again.
And you?
Easy?
No, I had a problem with my weapon. It wouldn't fire.
It wouldn't fire?
No.
No?
Not until halfway through the fight.
But it's working this time, but you know it's a dodgy thing having a cluster bot, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Because if one of it breaks, one bit of it breaks, the whole thing's considered broken down.
Yep. Yeah.
So are you going to keep it up and running this time?
Oh, we're gonna try, yeah. We're gonna try our best.
How are you, young man? You enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
You enjoy that?
Yeah.
That was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, then. I think you can go all the way. It's nice having a cluster bot. It's nice, it's unusual, and it's certainly doing the damage. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Gemini!
Oh dear, I've only just stopped laughing. Gemini through, Rough Dougal are out, so we know our Heat D semi-finalists, and this is how they line up then. Firestorm and Sir Chromalot, experience there, Reactor 2 against Gemini.
4 robots have been to hell and back, but now things really hot up. It's time for the Heat semi-finals.
Surreal warning. Hello, how are you?
Very well, very well.
You ready to go into battle again?
No problem whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, really looking forward to it.
What are you feeling about your opposition?
We've got no problem with the opposition, the greatest respect. The only problem we have got is that I'm Steve, this is Ray, we know who we are. Can I just show you something? This is Graham, and he has to remember his name by putting it on his sleeve. He's got a problem there, and if he can't remember that. And also, these two, it's a bit of an item going on. They're all loved up, kissy and cuddly. His mind's not on the job. We got no problem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is your mind on the job, or is it on other matters?
Well, there is other matters, but Alex is driving today, so we'll be all right. And these two...
So what are you two going to be doing while he's driving?
Well, you'll have to watch the camera
in the box.
Say again?
You won't actually see them in the box. So
right, this is just disgusting.
From Durham, Firestorm 3.
Hi, I'm Graham Bourne, this is Hazel Heslop, and this is Alex Mordew, and this is our robot Firestorm 3. Back again with this robot, now completely rebuilt out of 5mm thick aluminium instead of 3mm thick, so it should be a lot more resistant to knocks and bumps. We've upgraded the motors, upgraded the batteries, we've got a nice new shiny paint job. We dropped down a couple of places last year, so now we're going to do better.
From South Ockenden, Sir Chromalot.
Hi, welcome to the pits. We're Team Sir Chromalot. I'm Steve Merrill, this is...
Right, tight.
This is the one and only class act, it's Sir Chromalot. We're back, we've got a gas-powered lifter. Look at these prongs at the front, just waiting to get into you guys. Technical details, Ray.
Thanks, Steve. Here we are, Sir Chromalot. Redesigned, rebuilt, new motors, new gas tank in the top, plenty of power, CO2 driven, ain't got a problem with lifting anything, half a tonne, not a problem. As Steve explained to you earlier, nice high lift there, good 2 foot, no worries at all, 15 mile an hour top speed. Over to you. Quick word with Steve.
Yeah, Jonathan Pierce, are you watching? Just wanted to say, I've heard you got a little spot on your chin. Is it a spot or is it a grease nipple to keep that mouth moving? Behave yourself.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's the Firestorm team, Graham Bone, Alex Mordew, Hazel Heslop, and the disrespectful Steve Merrill. I will have words. Dead Metal, your mission, destroy. Destroy. Sir Chromalot for me, thank you. And Sergeant Bash is in there as well. Steve's never been happy since I mentioned his weight.
3, 2, 1, activate.
I can't talk, Steve. Great fun you've been with Sir Chromalot, but automatically and already in peril.
Left wide open now.
Left wide open because Firestorm went straight for them from the start and pushed them on the arena sidewall. Sir Chromalot gleaming again. Firestorm have repaired that earlier damage they took from Matilda.
Oh dear. Oh, he's only broke our flag. I can't believe it.
Broken the flag? He's broken it all, Steve. They are worthy competitors because they're great fun, but they've been well beaten here by Firestorm. Just from the initial onslaught, they were left wide open. They're counted out, Sir Chromalot. Steve and Ray Tate. The weaponry was actually improved, I felt, this time with Sir Chromalot from previous series. But when up against it right from the start of a battle there, so much work to be done. When toppled so early, and Sergeant Bash has them in the pincer onto the floor flipper, and we're about to see 96 kilos of shiny Sir Chromalot, dented and tattered. There it flew, our knight of the round table. Would need more than Merlin to help it out there. Dead Metal with the circular saw, And the scorpion pincers about to remove Sir Chromalot from the scene. And a message to Steve, in the best possible humour, because I'm a great admirer, I am in a position to keep on talking through the rest of this battle, and heat, and series. But I'm afraid Sir Chromalot is about to be silenced. He who laughs last, you know the rest.
Class act! You're having a laugh! Class act is a class act no longer! Firestorm! They go through! Steve.
Yeah.
Sir Chromalot. Class act.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think we've got to be fair on this one, and the greatest respect to Firestorm. Great team. They've got a great robot as well. We thought, well, should we go straight on? Should we go round the edge? But they was going to get under us. Whatever we did, we went for it, and unfortunately didn't work.
We've got people on the clock now, right, trying to work out whether that is the fastest fight we've ever had in Robot Wars.
Well, we went out with style, though, Craig. You've got to admit that.
You did look good.
Thank you.
You always do. You always look good.
Thank you very much.
It's like you don't fight that well. You know that gas we can hear escaping? Yeah. It's escaping from your robot.
Oh, you know, it's frightened, that's what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Chromalot, classic! It was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't a fight, was it?
Not really, no. But I mean, the lads always put on a good show for everyone.
Oh, they're total showmen and they're great competitors, and we always like having them on Robot Wars. But what about you? Where are you going next? Where are you going to go with this thing? Are you going to go all the way?
Hopefully we can go all the way, but we've got a few technical glitches to fix there.
Talk me through them.
We keep losing forwards and reverse drive.
Yeah.
It's a bit intermittent, so we need to see what the problem is and fix that.
OK. Let's hear it for the Firestorm Brigade!
So, Sir Chromalot, fall by the wayside, Firestorm into the Heat D final to meet either Reactor 2 or Gemini.
A good scrap or lots of scrap? Where will it all end? Who knows? Reactor are now pitted against Gemini. How are you feeling about Reactor? No, wait a minute. How are you feeling about Gemini?
Quite looking forward to it.
Yeah?
Yeah, really am. It should be a really good fight, because they've got the potential to keep chucking us about, and we'll just keep getting back up and going for it.
Is that reinforced by the whole team?
Yes.
No nerves? No nerves, are you sure?
Maybe a few. I mean, there's double trouble there, isn't it?
I know. Come and have a look. Come and have a look. Because it appears that you guys are ready. What are you doing?
Just changing batteries here. The usual little tests before we put the shells back on, make sure it's all...
So you're actually 100%. Quite calm then?
Yeah.
No problem. I love that. SodaStream bottles in there. You feeling all right about them over there?
Yeah, I think it should be quite a good fight.
You're slightly worried about their weapon though, I know, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah. They can grab hold of us, you see. Yeah. Apparently.
OK, but then double trouble, don't forget.
Double trouble.
OK, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
From Bursor, Reactor 2.
We're Team Reactor. This is our robot Reactor 2. This is my team members, Martin Crouch and my son Daniel Orton. This is our robot. It's got a front flipper, which has been nicknamed the Flamp because it clamps down as well. It's got nice teeth, give a good bite into the other robots. We've got an axe on the back, and Martin will tell you about the running gear.
Just basically runs wheelchair motors and use the joystick as well, just connect 2 servos to it. Seems to do quite well, gets back up on its feet every time it goes over. It's never failed as yet.
From St Leonard's-on-Sea, Gemini.
Hi, we're Team Mace. This is Shane, Daryl, myself, Brian, and this is our robot, Gemini. Gemini's had a few little modifications since last year. We've got solid arms this year, solid wheels. The shells have been beefed up, and we're hoping to do really well this year.
Roboteers, stand by.
Gemini team, Shane and Daryl Howard, Brian Fountain and the Reactor boys, Russell and Daniel Orton, Martin Crouch in the arena for the house robots, Dead Metal. The synergy of the weapons all important, the saw and the pincer. And Shunt with the push. The scoop, the axe to bludgeon and destroy.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Good battle here. Reactor looks heavy, doesn't it? Difficult to beat. Gemini, the design is brilliant. They split, they move quickly, they nag, they worry. But I wonder how effective the flippers are of Gemini. The total weight is 100 kilos, but split between the two, are they powerful enough to upend a 99-kilo opponent? You see, they can just irritate and annoy. But unless they attack together like that, were they impotent? The answer, when they do attack like that, they can cause real peril. And Reactor 2 here is rocking and rolling. And a unique sort of a 3-mech as well brought it down. So this is a worthy machine, Reactor 2. Got through to round 2 in their Heaton Series 4. They were knocked out by Wild Thing. But they're back and improved. Russell Orton, his son Daniel, and their friend Martin Crouch, the weapons operator. Now they're on the flame pit. Can they withstand that heat, that torching? Or will the electronics be burnt out? Plenty of armament there. On the tyres, you can see Ben-Hur spikes, they called them, on the side. You've also got the front flipper, got teeth in there, that's a little bit bent and buckled. Gemini worrying them. Been a good battle, this. Intriguing clash of designs, temperament, driving styles. Reactor 2, right in the thick of things, and again spun up and over. Bouncing down, right way up. Was that luck? Was that design for Reactor 2? The judges will take all this into consideration if, and I think it will do, they'll go to a judge's decision. Close attack there. They look perplexed up in the control booths. Gemini again tries a little flick. One of the Gemini machines is upended. If one goes, they both go. Have they been immobilised there? The other has been rolled over. Rights itself. Both have to be alive, though. They'll try and nudge the other half of the twin back into life. The Red Bot, take a close look at this. Good work by Reactor. Is that Gemini machine okay? Brilliantly self-righting there. Shane Howard, great skill. Brian Fountain, superb control. And Gemini, the twins of terror, back on the attack once again. The brothers of bafflement and bruising. Once more though, is that one of the twins in trouble? Is that the other twin in trouble? Reactor 2 here has been dogged and determined. They try and self-right once again. Is there enough power left in that flipper for Gemini to self-right? I think they've got real problems here. Very good Reactor. The weapons operator Daniel Orton controlled throughout, using that front flipper. The Red Bot's got to get in there now and have a look and check Gemini. And he, like I, and like the rest of you, I would guess, believe it's the end for Gemini, being counted down. Well, Reactor 2, that was very disciplined, very controlled, very effective, and very well done. Gemini are out to a good Reactor 2 team through to the heat final. They could take some beating, you know. They look a bit cumbersome. They don't look quick, only 8-mile-an-hour top speeds, not the heaviest around, 99 kilos. They're victorious here, and one by one, the Gemini twins, who have always promised so much, but failed to deliver, will be dumped into the pit, and Dan Beckle's got in there with them. Reactor 2 through, shunt left spinning.
Well, it looked like they'd never do it, but they did. Reactor 2, pull it out of the bag. They go through. Gemini, what happened? You were all over them like busy little ants. You were doing so well, you were flipping them over. I thought you had it in the bag. And then they flip you on your back, and it looked like you didn't have enough gas or air or whatever to flip yourself back over.
We've added wheelie bars to stop that annoying wheeling.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing that could have stopped us. And they jumped up onto that wheel. When both are like it, we can't self-right.
Unlucky guys.
Even though
Unlucky. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Gemini. You don't believe it, do you?
I don't believe it, no. I never thought we'd beat Gemini. Not in a million years.
They were all over you.
I know. Every time.
We couldn't believe it, we beat them.
Yeah, I mean, they're highly ranked.
Absolutely. A lot of credit from them. Two brilliant machines sitting there.
But your driving towards the end was exceptional.
Was it?
Are you sure? It was exceptional. I mean, they were all over you, then they're flipping them over and then keeping them there.
That's the idea. Once we got one over, concentrate on one, get that over, and then go for the other one. And it paid off.
That driving skill has got you in the heat final. Are you feeling confident?
Nervous, but mildly confident.
Well, if you can
do our best.
If you can beat Gemini, you can probably beat anyone.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
It's looking good. It's looking good.
That's what we like. A bit of confidence, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Reactor 2!
Good old battle that, wasn't it? But Gemini subsided. Reactor 2 go through to the Heat D final against Firestorm 3 for a place in the series semi. Well, it's been an amazing night to be sat up here in the crow's nest, and this last battle should be one for the scrapbook as well, so let's see how the finalists got here. First up, Firestorm should have beaten Bee-Capitator and did, but after sustaining damage with that attack, caught by Matilda's flywheel. How much damage was sustained there as Bee-Capitator fell? They managed repairs by the time they fought Sir Chromalot, and that first attack of the battle caused all the damage. Sir Chromalot and Steve Merrill failed to recover and ended up flying through the air. Reactor 2 flipped Bot out of hell into submission and looked fairly impressive. Against Gemini, a very good display. Dogged, determined, and in the end, Gemini flipped onto their sides, went out.
So it's all to play for you, because you got through to the semis last year.
Yeah.
This time you're playing for the semis again. Can you do it?
We'll give it a good try. We've had some intermittent faults up to this point, but we've found what the way, fixed them, so we should give it a good shot, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. How's the flamp looking?
It's working. It's still working, surprisingly enough. Thought it'd be dead by now.
Still flamping.
Still flamping. So you're fully armed up.
Yeah.
And that robot is armed up.
He's armed up to the teeth.
Properly tooled.
Are you intimidated by the fact that these have already got through to semi-finals?
No, not at all, not at all. We did.
I'm quite looking forward to it again.
We did Gemini, and they'd been through before, so we're confident.
Don't fancy its chances, but I ain't going to get down about it.
Good luck to both of you.
Cheers.
So, who'll go through to our series semi-final? We'll find out now. Let the heat final begin.
From Bersor, Reactor 2. From Durham, Firestorm 3.
Roboteers, stand by.
Is it me, or do the Firestorm team, Graham Bone, Alex Mordew and Hazel Heslop, look worried by the Reactor boys, Russell Orton, Martin Crouch, Daniel Orton? Perhaps by the presence of Sir Chromalot, Invincible. Perhaps they're concerned by the appearance of Shunt. Will they be pushed into the pit of oblivion?
3, 2, 1. Activate.
The big question, how much damage has Firestorm sustained to that weaponry? Is it merely now a wedge driven up onto Reactor? Has its own flipper? No, the Firestorm flipper is working. So that's answered that question. And again, flipping Reactor 2 onto its side. And pursuing, pressurizing, pushing Firestorm. It's taken a good robot to beat this machine in the past. Only machines like Razor, Chaos 2, Dominator 2 have managed to curb Firestorm. And Reactor 2, driven onto the side wall, is imperiled once again. If not impaled, comes down, slams its axe onto the arena floor, and in goes Firestorm again. just dodging Sir Chromalot, squeezing between the CPZ and its opponent Reactor. That's good driving by Graham Bone. Reactor here is certainly the weaker of the two, and aiming out! And Firestorm 3, the flourish of tossing an opponent out of the arena. Well done, Graham Bone, Alex Mordew, Hazel Heslop, through to the series semi-final. A concerted and well-measured drive, and Reactor 2 balanced and toppled and crashed out of competition.
Reactor 2, they beat Bot out to hell, they beat Gemini, but they couldn't put out the Firestorm. Firestorm through to the series semi-finals. Hey, guys, come here. Well, as I said, you beat Bot out of hell.
Yeah.
You had a tough one with Gemini.
Very tough one with Gemini.
You came through that.
Yeah.
You meet them over there.
Absolutely.
They throw you right out of the arena.
Yeah, it's the only way they were going to stop us, though.
It's true, because you're self-right, you
just keeps going.
You keep going on and on and on. You're like an Energizer bunny. Yeah. Come and look over the balcony. There's your robot there. It's not very nice, really, is it?
Hey, at least it ain't dead.
I'm sure you'll dust it off, pick it up, give it some tender loving care.
Oh, just a little
couple of plasters.
A bit more than plasters. Big steel ones, usually.
And be fighting again.
Yeah, definitely.
You missed out on the series semi-finals, but, you know, you got to a heat final.
We've done better than last season, so...
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Reactor 2! Well done, guys. You're through to the series semi-finals. Talk me through that fight. What was going through your mind when you fight something like that? Because it does just keep coming and coming and coming.
It keeps rolling over, yeah. We've rolled over a few times, got it in against the barrier, and it seemed to be fairly mobilised. So I thought, well, shall we leave them, shall we not? Nah, we'll have a bit of fun. So we knocked them back onto the wheels and then out the arena.
Did you think you were strong enough to put it out of the arena?
No, but it must just be the shape, the rounded top on it.
Yeah.
Just rolled over the top.
And it rolled over and put you in the series semi-finals. Now, how are you feeling about that?
Very good. Yeah. Excellent, yeah.
Feeling confident that you can go through now? I mean, there's a lot of big, bad robots out there, but, you know, you're ranked highly.
Yeah, there's a lot of scary robots out there, doing a lot of damage.
Are there any improvements you can make for the series semi-finals?
Charge the batteries.
Is that all? Charge the batteries.
That's about it.
And just keep going at them.
That's it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please go ballistic for Firestorm! Well, forget your Waterloos and your Agincourts. There's only one battle. It's Robot Wars. Bye-bye. Congratulations.